So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Now, can they get him away? Now, they're just the keeper in...
And Martinez! Goal! Well, there's leadership for you. That's what the armband means for him, setting the perfect example, the perfect tone. Tremendous.
Was there ever any doubt?
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Como finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Dumfries has it in a wide position. Barella. Cafu. Politano. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Well seen, saw that coming. It's not an especially good pass, that. And smartly reclaimed. Hernandez. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Politano makes a move down the right. Barella. Now it's Martinez. De Bruyne tries to play it through. That is good alertness. Bastoni. Dida punts it upfield. Now it's Dumfries. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And that has sent him sprawling. Kaka.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Space for him to turn and look. The cross. Keeper's dealt with that. Tries one from range. Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Como are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Cafu. De Bruyne. And here's Lautaro Martinez.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, what has happened here? He has found a way through. Kaka! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Kaka clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable... And a header! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
That has been cut short. Goes looking wide. Now it's Barella. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Plays a sharp little ball here. DiMarco. It'll be a throw-in. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Zielinski. That pass has been well intercepted. No, he's not getting any further than that. Calhanoglu.
Como certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Cross from Zil. Impressive jump! Nearly, but not quite.
Batistuta is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Now it's Batistuta. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Martinez. That's a good ball out wide. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Politano. Kaká. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Politano. He's found a way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. He's in one-on-one. And Martinez! Well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
Inter Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So straight into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Calhanoglu. Calhanoglu. And it's Calhanoglu. DiMarco is in a really good position out wide. And this is Calhanoglu. Tries to get it clear. Now it's Shevchenko. And this is Batistuta. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is exemplary defending.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. Can he finish? Relentless! Just relentless! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Now look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, talk about being on top of your game, everything seems to be coming off for him.
A case now of complete control. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Politano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Bastoni. DiMarco. He is through here. A quick look, thought about cutting in. He's rising! He arrived on cue, but fluffed his line. Zielinski. Now it's Shevchenko. Now the ball's gone astray. Shot could be on. De Vrij gets it away. Como with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Zielinski! Oh, brilliant save! Odo. Hernandez. Çalhanoğlu. He's through here. Martinez. He's through on goal here. He's gone for goal! No, not quite.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Como are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Hadley. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. That's going wide left. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That has not gone well. Good ball, good take. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Looking for the run. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Swings in across. And back out. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Zielinski. Locatelli. Nicely spread. Bastoni gets across to intercept that. Dumfries. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Schneider.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Buongiorno. Cafu. Locatelli. Hadley. Oh, that's a key interception. Now it's Politano. And here's Zielinski.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's in! Francesco Esposito! It's loose. Oh, in he goes again! That is ended up in no man's land. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
It's an Schneider! And how good was that? A finish right from the top draw. They are... And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Como have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating, there was to be only one outcome. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Como desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch.
Things are bubbling up quite nicely here, a healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here, the chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things already rolling. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
It's over the line, and that'll be a goal kick. And here's Batistuta. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's a shade optimistic. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Como clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Kaká did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Probing pass, and he wants shapes to shoot! Oh, what has happened here? Como with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That is a brilliant interception. Corner number 2 then. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. Looking for a runner, and it's been played through. And this is De Bruyne, and he's managed to get free. Now that's a fine challenge. Cafu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's running through. Neither side yet able to find the net. Bremer. And it's Batistuta. He's in a great position here. Kaká. Now it's Politano. Kaká. And he's had it nicked away. Martinez. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's fabulous. Well, now here's a good battle. He leaps for it! Nearly, but not quite. Zielinski. He's had it taken off him. Batistuta, who needs just a moment to score a goal. It's a pretty loose pass. He's got away. Takes a shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react. And
real chance! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Oh, he's onto this. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, and the finish! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip.
Martinez.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Como clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Zielinski. That's a good run down the left. That is lovely. Ronaldinho. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Tries to play it through. Hernandez crosses. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. And here's the chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that is well cleared. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Çalhanoğlu, oh, played through for the wide man. He is through here. Flings in across. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Zielinski, he's found space here. And that's the keeper's ball. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Como really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Como have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Ronaldinho! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
They're probably getting frustrated by the lack of chances, I suppose.
And he's being shifted off it. And it's Ronaldinho. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's in! Must! And Batistuta! They want to be quick. Oh, he's been caught napping! Shevchenko. Batistuta. Çalhanoğlu does really well there, strong defending. And this is Batistuta. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. And that was very necessary. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
That's an imaginative pass. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Aims beyond the defence. And he's managed to get free. Hangs one in. Oh, great leap! And he's there to clear it. And this is Shevchenko. Can he get it through? Cross needs to be good. And he's heaved it away. Çalhanoğlu makes the interception. It's not an especially good pass, that. Hernandez. He is starved of space and time. Shevchenko. He's looking wide. Thinks about the shot. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Como can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Bremer cuts it out, and it's Batistuta.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Martinez receives it in a good position here. Batistuta needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he? That's just playing it safe and simple.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Batistuta. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Filippo Inzaghi. Il numero 19. Il numero 18. Giron. Il numero 27. Il numero 5. Cambio di giocatori.
And it's Batistuta. Oh, he's got a sight of goal.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Batistuta. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous. Como have a free kick. Oh, that's a booking. Always looked it.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Inter Milan have opted to make another change here. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. And here's Thuram. Thuram! It's loose. That's another chance. Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Great vision. And he's picked out the run.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Zielinski cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Zielinski. Now it's Thuram. Now it's Modric. Oh no circumventing this opponent. Looking to play him in. Well, that looks a decent ball. Nice interception, well timed. Çalhanoğlu. So that means another 30 minutes football. Well, still no winner, Jim.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
No winner after 90 minutes, another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference. So our quest to find the winner continues. Hernandez. Zielinski. Can he spark a counter here? Modric providing an outlet on that flank. Oh, that's fabulous. Ball in towards the middle. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Buongiorno knocks it into space. He's cut it out. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And here's Giroud. Giroud unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Çalhanoğlu. No, it's come to nothing. Serginho. Now it's Inzaghi. Just eases him off the ball. Salbakers. It's Giroud! Now, who's going to be first to this? And a chance! That's put paid to the danger. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Pulisic. Referee's given a throw. Zielinski, not the most accurate pass. That's been cut out, well played. So just 15 minutes still to come. Well, no question, the will exists to try and win it, but limbs are tired, options are depleted, and time now is short. And so the last chance to find a winner. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act. Nicely shaped cross. Now it's Inzaghi. Serginho, now looking to orchestrate a counter. He's got away. Crosses it in. Header! He lifts the roof! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
I think this team shows great willpower and a wonderful never-say-die attitude. No other outfit can match them. They just keep going. Superb.
Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Thuram. And he stands tall, impenetrable. And it's Zielinski. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Thuram. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Tries to pass it through. Zielinski.
Inter really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Terrific effort! And that has been cleared. Very much into the last knockings. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And that's it. Como can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Ricordiamo a tutti I tifosi che è possibile fumare solo nelle apposite aree segnate sulla mappa. Grazie.
Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Sommer finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
He's got fantastic reactions, Peter, and I think that having a reliable keeper like this behind them is going to give the whole defence a boost too. It's only his debut, of course, so it'll be intriguing to see how he communicates with the players in front of him today.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And that's aimed into the middle. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Kaka. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Out towards the flank. Politano. That's going across goal. Good read, needed to be. Looking for options for movement. Zielinski. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Shevchenko. Milan with the corner. They're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Nesta spots it and intercepts. That has not gone well. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Shevchenko. Nesta produces the perfect tackle there. Sommer sends that a long way. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, strongly challenged there.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Kaka. Kaka! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Milan are looking to go forward now. It's gone out for a throw-in. Gattuso. Shevchenko. Kaka.
Milan definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. And he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Kaka. That has ended up in no man's land. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Seedorf. Zielinski. Now it's Batistuta. It's a really well-measured ball. Kaká. Maldini gets across and deals with it. Pirlo plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Kaka, and here's Hullet. Kaka. Çalhanoğlu. And it's Kaka. Politano providing an outlet on that flank. Shevchenko. Great vision. No way through. Now it's Hullet. Çalhanoğlu. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Knocks it into space. Now it's Seedorf. Neatly clipped into space. Oh, important interception. He's trying to hit the front line here. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Pirlo. And here's Shevchenko. Cafu getting this one clear. So what can they make of this? Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, well played, well played. Hernandez. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9, numero 20. Lasciano il campo per il numero 19.
So into the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Chance for a shot! And he's there to clear it. Thuram. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Now it's Shevchenko. Como come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And here's Shevchenko. Oh, what a Shevchenko! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Out of play for a throw. Hernandez. He's had it taken off him. Hullet. And that is headed for the middle. Tries to get it clear. Thuram. Hullet. Now it's Shevchenko. Locatelli. Distributed tidily. And here's Shevchenko. And this is Hullet. He's come in hard. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And he welcomes it in. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. It's a pretty loose pass. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 7, numero 10. Lasciano il campo per il numero 27, il numero 11, Filippo Inzaghi. Cambio
That's
di giocatore.
tidy. Bergomi does well not to be outdone there. And it's Locatelli. And here's Kaká! Straight at the keeper.
Well, he was always going to be set like that, the keeper, and he didn't have the composure to avoid him.
Van Basten. And he was alert to it. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Bastoni wins the duel this time. Kaká. Thuram. Thuram's cross.
Como really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Now it's Kaká. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And here's Van Basten. Now it's Batistuta. Not the most accurate pass. Over to the right flank. He might have to go it alone here.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Locatelli. Bergomi gives no quarter whatsoever.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Como can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's in a great position here. The final 5 minutes. And here's Batistuta. It's come to nothing.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And this is Van Basten. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. "90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it." So, that was the second half.
Well, the scoreline may have a disappointing look about it, Peter, but that's where it ends. I think this game has had a real lively feel, and I'm not ready to give up on it yet.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner, and extra time is next.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Serginho. That pass has been well intercepted. And it's Serginho. What a throw in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Seedorf. Kaká. Serginho, and the shot! Oh, and it's come back out to him. Oh, he? Has he won it? He just might have won it! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
And that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
Como penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead. Oh, good finish! And here's Van Basten. Locatelli. Serginho. Serginho. Good driving run. Inzaghi. Engages and forces him off the ball. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Inzaghi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Oh, that's fabulous.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Finally, after all this time, the first telling moment. 15 minutes separate it from being the winning moment.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 15. Kaká.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Attenzione, un cambio.
This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Thuram. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And Adli, nicely weighted ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Some resolute defending there.
Como have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Oh, that's nice. And he's managed to get free. Aimed at the far side. Dida deals with that nice and simple. Como leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Roberto Baggio. Oh, sweet feet. Now that is a hefty challenge. Desperate defending required here. Thuram with the clearance. Now there's a fine ball. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Sommer herring off. He's rising! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Cafu. Now he's got space here. He's picked his way through. Well read, and the danger is averted. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Como can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. Well, certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Tifosi che è possibile fumare solo nelle aree appositamente predisposte all'interno dello stadio.
Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
The seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like a full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he's running through. Politano tries to pass it through. Serginho. And he's being shifted off it. Pinches it off him. Kaká. He's having a hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, what a pass! Kaká. This time, surely! There it is!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Shevchenko really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Como penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Played out towards the right wing. Politano has the space to scheme. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Como with the corner, there first. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And here's Politano. Como are looking to go forward now.
Como always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Politano providing an outlet on that flank. And it's Hernandez. Now it's Batistuta. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Barella. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Batistuta. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Zielinski. And he's having a pop! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Zielinski. Approaching the half-hour mark. Now that's a... Zielinski! He's done very well to get to that.
Zielinski is offering a wry smile there.
Como have their second corner now. Shin to shin. And he's decided to go for it. Denied by an instinctive save.
Cafu actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. Zielinski! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Great defending, strong and determined. Kaká. Politano. Hops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. It's a good foot in there.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Como have reclaimed it. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
He's shaping up to have a crack from here.
Well, he's very much the go-to guy. This is right up his street.
Çalhanoğlu! Fantastic from Çalhanoğlu! About as smooth as it gets. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Como are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And the shot! Deftly away. And it's Barella. Neres finds himself offside. Barella gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Kaka. Politano. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Tries to play it through. Thuram proves just a little bit too strong. Zielinski. And they can counter here. Now it's Zielinski. He's shifting through the gears here. And Batistuta! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Como were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Como are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far.
Cambio di giocatori.
And we get things going again. Zielinski looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Batistuta. Oh, he's bustling through. Oh, shooting chance! Well taken goal. Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Como cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And across it goes. Anguissa. Can he spark a counter here? Driving forward. Now, can they get him away? And it's been played through, so no flag here. Oh, what's he giving here? And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
So a big moment. A formality, we're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, look at the keeper's reaction, Peter. He felt he could have kept it out. That was so tight.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. It's turning into quite a gem, this.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
And he's got away from him. Batistuta! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
He's having a hit! And again, he is at his elastic best. They're up to 5 corners now. That's put paid to the danger. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kaká. Como could try it again now. The corner count is rising. That's 6. Yildiz tries to clear. And that's an excellent interception. Como have the chance to go the other way. And he's had it nicked away. Ongisa. Can he get on the end of this? Shevchenko. And it's been hooked away. Oh, what has happened here? Oh, that's nice. And it's Hernandez. Cross into the box. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Como clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, what about it? From the cusp of victory to the cusp of desperation. Fiore. Oh, he's judged, surely! And yes, it's there! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 10.
Time for a change in personnel.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Turan receives it in a good position here. And the shot! Now, how often do you see that?
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Como will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Kaká, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's been given away. Serginho clears without hesitation.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
And he's managed to gift it back.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
He's found a way through. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Yildiz.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, he's burst through. Zielinski. And the shot! Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
And that reaction says it all. They had a real chance to tighten the screw there, and it's been blown.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here. It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
He's having a shot! And he scores! We thought they were done, but never say never! And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Well, those players out there must be exhausted now, Peter, but at least they have momentum, which augurs well if this goes to extra time.
And here's Thuram, thinks about the shot. Couldn't squeeze it through. Kaká. Can he get onto this? Cleared without hesitation. And that's been won straight back. Nothing in it still. We move to extra time. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Signore e signori, vi informiamo che la radiocronaca dell'incontro è trasmessa sulle frequenze della radio ufficiale del club. Sostituzione di
No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Como did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. Threads one in. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Fiore, and he plays one through. Now this could be a chance, and he is dashed. Can he finish? Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Takes a shot! Oh, off the bar! That's going to go a long way. And how did he not put that away? And that has been cleared. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Batistuta. Barella. He's picked his way through. Serginho finding himself in space. Crosses it in. Diego Carlos getting this one clear. In again. Punched away. Nicked it back promptly. Aimed beyond the defence. Hoisted in. He's rising! And it's there! And that for him is goal number 10. That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
It is compelling, this, utterly compelling. Como have a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Barella, ready to try one. Barella!
Como, they've got away with it this time, but I think if they carry on giving away free kicks in positions like that, I think they'll be made to pay. They've got to be...
So just 15 minutes still to come. Goals on both sides then, and a lot of tired limbs out there. We are down to the last chance for someone to try and win this.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 13 viene sostituito con...
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Well, this really has been an epic encounter, and there are some tired limbs out there. How much more can the players give? He has a look up. Chance! Cleared away.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Thuram gets into a good position. And this is Giroud. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's a corner. Well, the corners keep on coming. This is their 8th of the game now. That has been knocked clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. He's had it taken off him. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Knocks it into space. And here's Inzaghi. Nicely shaped ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Now it's Ribery. And the finish! Oh, that could be pivotal! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Como now on the verge of... And that signals the end. Como played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Como just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.